Hi, thanks for tuning in, Film Addicts. Today we have on our show a very special guest, all the way from Sweden. We have Borje Lundberg, and he is well known for his role in some very special films that you might have seen. Jorg played Rifna, the neighbor, in Academy-nominated Best Foreign Film, A Man Called Ova, based off of the best-selling book. Jorg also played Professor Minor in the HBO film production The Third Day, produced by Brad Pitt's company Plan B, which stars Jude Law and Emily Watson. Welcome to the show, Jorg.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here. I have to correct you a little bit with your pronunciation. In Swedish, we say Borje Lundberg, but it's very difficult. So in America, they used to call me Borje.
Okay,
and so the HBO production was included star-studded cast as Jude Law, Naomi Harris, Emily Watson, Paddy Considine, Catherine Waterstone, Freya Allen, Nico Parker, Mark Lewis Jones, a lot of characters from big. And I was the only actor from outside UK, so that was amazing, and they were also wonderful to me.
Oh, that's fabulous. So can you tell our listeners how you started? Because you have a very interesting story of how you started, because you didn't start till 48. But let's take our listeners back to the age of 26 and your small town of Sweden. Can you tell us your story, how you started?
Yeah, I was a normal teenager. I was playing football, and I had a dream about filming. I remember I was 14 years. I was sitting in the cinema theater watching a movie. I was thinking, give me one chance, that's enough. And I was never interested in so much in theater. I didn't know why, but later on I got it. But my drama teacher always said, "Be an actor, you must be a good singer," and I'm not. But
either am I.
But I'm a curious person. It's something I still am, and I was happy to get a job on a cruise vessels, the finest cruise ships in the world, Swedish American Line, and I started as a busboy. I was later on promoted as a waiter, and that became my theater scene. And I continued to work with restaurants, and I worked in the Ramada hotels. And I became a food and beverage manager when I was 26, and we were awarded best restaurant, food and service in the of all the 650 restaurants. So I loved working in the restaurant, meeting the people, do the show for them. I was the director, I was the writer, and I was the actor.
I love it.
I wanted also. I met my wife. I got children. I wanted to make some kind of career, so I went to university. I studied master in economy as an accountant, but I never worked as it. But I did that, and I ran my first hotel when I was 27. And we moved to the capital in Sweden, Stockholm, and I became manager for 36 restaurants when I was 29. I was actually too young for it, but I got the job. And later on, I worked for the government. I became a little bit famous because I was in charge for the conference when Russia and Soviet, it was called that time, during that time, and the US met 1983 at the conference. It was Bush and Gromyko, the foreign ministers, and there was the first meeting between them since 1978, when an airplane was shut down over the Afghanistan. And they had not spoken, they had not met for 5 years, and they met in our private dining rooms. and I was there together with a waitress, and I heard what they said when they were sitting on the each side of the table and met for the first time for 5 years.
And we'll keep that private for your safety. So I just wanted to let the audience know that Bjorg is known as the world's restaurant director. He was in charge of the world's largest conference of security with 36 ministers of foreign affairs. And this was the first meeting in a private dining room where U.S. and Soviet met for the first time since the Afghanistan crisis in 1978. So Bjorg was right there. He was a rising star to be. So it's such an amazing piece of history. Not only is he a talented actor, but he's an amazing person. So you also in 2000, you decided to change your life and truly follow that little boy's dream of being in films. And there's so many of us that are going, I wished to be in films, but you started to paint and do sculpturing at art school, and you took your first acting class and had your first auditions. Now you were 48 years old. Can you tell us how that all came about and started?
Well, I saw a promotion for acting register for casting directors, and I went there and they took my name and photos and everything. And after a few weeks, they called me, and I was to my first audition, and I nailed it. 3 weeks later, I got another one, and I nailed that one too. And it was lead actor in 2 big commercials in Sweden. And this was the time before internet, and for me it was, I mean, as you said yourself, I was 48 years. I had my careers, and that was not the plan. This was more just to see. Yeah, it was funny, and I loved it, but I had no target, no dreams about making career or anything. But it went on very well. I did commercial with Henrik Lundqvist, the King of New York, the golden Swedish ice hockey goalkeeper, and but it was before internet. But 2008, I had a big commercial running for 2 years. So I was thinking, okay, shall I try or not? Okay, I try. I take lessons. I took classes in Stanislavski, method acting, different. And 2010, I had a commercial winning at Cannes Lion. And I remember I was sitting in domestic gala in Sweden with that. Then they showed that commercial. I was thinking it can never become bigger than this. But next year I was in India filming with the top commercial directors in Scandinavia, Europe for a couple of years. I got an agent in Sweden. I got an agent in Norway, UK, and Germany. I started to do German production. In 2015, it came up with this A Man Called Over, and it was a worldwide success. Even if my part is not, I'm not the lead actor, but it was the number 3 most seen cinema feature film in Sweden ever. And I mean the other 2, they were 30 years ago, with different with cinema now and then. And I did German productions, I did Dutch production, Italian, I did commercial character in Norway. It's the most popular ever. I did it for 7 years.
What's this character called? The most popular character? Can you tell us a little bit about it? Because an American around the world, can you tell us a little bit about your character?
Yeah, I have a very pink clothes with a cap on my head. I'm the hunger. So if you don't eat, I will come and annoy you and disturb you. And the Norwegian people, they love it. I mean, if I'm in Greece and young Norwegian people come and know that I'm here and they want to take selfies with me. I remember I was on a flight somewhere and a Norwegian air stewardess, she heard, and I was on the toilet And when I came out, she was waiting for me, and she said, "Can we take a photo?" So it was funny. No, they're very nice. Yeah, and last year I got this the third day, and I had such lovely months together with Jude Law and Naomi Harris, and and it was really exciting to go there. And I was traveling between Sweden and London, but I also shot a German road movie, so I was in Luxembourg, in Poland, in Germany, and so it was very much come home, wash my clothes, prepare for next one, and like that. And so I say it's never too late. Because if you work hard, you have something that the market is looking for, they need, they want to have. It's never too late, especially when you're an actor or actress. But you must work hard and you must love what you do. But that is in general for everything. But today I work with Hollywood and Hollywood actors, and it's amazing. I started when I was 48. I'm 67 today, and I see myself like I know I inspire people, and before it has been very much that if you don't do the break before you are 30, 35, it's too late. It's bullshit. It's never too late. Look so at me. I'm a living.
It's an amazing story too. And then you even told me during the lockdown that you've been exercising, and so now you've been able to play these Viking characters, and you've been horse riding.
I was, because this Norwegian commercial, to be honest, it gave me a lot of money. So, and it was that I should be overweighted, and so I was that. But now with this pandemic and this situation, I live a little bit outside Stockholm and in a country area, so I started to walk. So I had for 4 months I walked 17,000 steps in average every day.
So he means work out. When he says work, he's been working out. So he's extremely fit. And so, and some characters you saw him as like this older man. So now he's like this really buff, amazing Viking. You cut your hair too. Is your hair long or short right now?
Yeah, it's really long, my beard. And I started horse riding again. I haven't done that for 40 years, but it's somewhere hidden in my backbone, so it's there, and now it's going very well. I miss my horse now, Nino, and it's so funny. But I couldn't do that 1 year ago. But today I'm fit. I run every second day. Probably I will go out to run like for 2 hours tomorrow. If I don't run, I do sit-ups and other more.
Yeah, is it snowing there? Are you running in the snow? Like what? We're taping live from Sweden, and he's talking to me in dark. It's nighttime there, and I'm in Los Angeles, where it's sunny and bright and like summer weather. So it's dark right now. Is it snowing in Sweden there, or?
It's dark, but it's not so cold. No snow. When I was a young boy at this time of the year, it was normally always a lot of snow, but now it's still no snow, and but it's dark.
Okay, yeah. So it's amazing. So you're nice and fit with long hair. So you're ready for a Viking role. You've done some Viking. Can you tell us about your Viking show?
So I'm trying to come into some of the biggest productions now, sci-fi Vikings. They're doing a lot of things. There's Wheel of Life, this Jordan, this bestseller. They had to shut it down. They had to halt it. I have some friends who are in it, and they are doing a lot of those kind of productions now. The Witcher, Freya Allen from the Third Age, she's lead actor in The Witcher. So I think it's. I studied economy, and it's about find your place on the market. And I felt like 5 years ago I was too old to play the president for a bank or something like that, and I was looking too young to be the grandfather. So then I decided to let my hair grow, the beard grow, and today I can do those kind of character, horse riding, fighting, up to, of course, up to one level. But if they want more be better, they can take in a stunt double or something. But I think I'm qualified for those roles now.
Yeah, and you're just amazing actor. Your presence on screen, your training, it's just a beautiful career. And we're really excited to have you on the show. And can they follow you on Instagram? Do you have an Instagram handle?
Yes, Borje Lundberg, BorjeOlundberg.
Yeah.
And I have a website, borjelundberg.com.
Great. So we just want to thank you so much, Björg, for being on the show. And I know you'll be booking soon. And producers, you can email me for anything that you want to cast him as. We're really excited to have him. And you'll be just so happy if he's in your film, and the audiences love him worldwide. Thank you for being on our show, Film Addicts. And thank you, Film Addicts, for listening and tuning in. And have a happy, happy holiday.
Thank you. And to all of you, take care and stay safe.